Hey guys, welcome to another English commentary done by Diggity and Clazart. It's going to be on Katrina, the round of 16 MSL Season 4 match between July and July and I can't even UpMagiC. Thank you. God, UpMagiC starting at the 3 o'clock position in blue. This isn't our best day for commentary apparently. 9 o'clock position we have July in red, and this is Katrina, so it could be an interesting matchup. This tends not to favor Zerg in this matchup, but yeah, can't mix up the colors on this one because it's two different races. So for sure, July in the 9 o'clock position in red, UpMagiC in the 3 o'clock position in blue. UpMagiC not classically very good against Zerg players, and we'll see if he decides to try to pull something out cheesy in the past that's really hurt him.
Yeah, I think you've got that wrong, Diggity. I think it's actually UpMagiC who's in red, and July who's in blue. Anyway. Okay, getting serious. July's in huge trouble. He was very lackluster in the first game, and it's shocking considering he's actually been putting in some decent performances. UpMagiC was solid, but nothing special in my opinion. I guess he did take the big risk of getting that fast CC out, and had July scouted that, it would have turned on his head, but July didn't, and that was poor by July. So I'm hoping for a better performance this time around from July especially, and he really needs to show his stuff here. I mean, every season I watch July comes back, he sort of does okay, and I think maybe this is the time we're going to see the best of July again, and then he doesn't and he fades out, and I really hope this isn't what the future holds for Savior. Speaking of which, we had a very interesting discussion on the whole issue of Jaedong. I mean, one hash lurkers, I don't know, that's all I can say. Bit of an Oedipus complex going there versus Savior. So July looks like he is going to do fast expand, and it looks like UpMagiC has actually chosen to wall off his choke, which is a wise decision, I suppose, even on a map like Katrina, where it can be difficult. But the cross positions are probably going to aid July, considering he has gone for the 12 hash rebuild, and UpMagiC has sealed his gate. It'll be interesting whether or not UpMagiC actually takes that extractor, or whether he's just going to seal the gate and then maybe choose to go for the command center after that. He might go one racks into command center. But July has it all to do here, Diggity.
Well, yeah, July doing okay. Obviously, really early in the game to really tell. He's getting the second. Is obviously taking the early expansion. I mean, why not? You got to protect it. UpMagiC probably going to do the same. He's already got his SEV heading there, as you can see on the minimap. Yeah, going to set up for that second expansion as well. A little bit of a misquote at the beginning. This is about dead even between Terran and Zerg, which I'm surprised, because when you give Terran 2 expansions for free, I'm just surprised that Zerg can even compete in that. Usually what you see Zerg players do, I think we saw Jaedong, I'm trying to remember who he ended up beating. It might have been UpMagiC on this map, just going straight Mutalisks. July is known for his fantastic Mutalisk sort of building, and we'll see if he takes a third expansion, goes Mutalisks as well. Honestly, I'm not sure that he really has an option to do anything else. Front door, you'll see a lot of Terran players seal their front door on this map, so pouring Zerglings in, not very viable. Maybe some sort of lurker build, but honestly, you got those 2 command centers automatically, so you're dealing with some comstat action. So we'll see what there's kind of the, and it looks like he is, as soon as he got that layer up, immediately upgrading it to layer. Second expansion. I guess he's just hoping that no scout comes through for UpMagiC. UpMagiC hasn't even produced a Marine yet, it looks like. At least I don't see a Marine on the screen anyplace. Interesting, so being a little bit risky there. His second expansion will be up momentarily. But let's maybe it's scouting outside the map. I'm surprised at that, being really ballsy there. He doesn't have any sort of scout, and I mean, if just assuming that JulyZerg wasn't going to send Lings, obviously seeing the Lings go after his SEV, but let's just say one Ling was going out the front, or just some Lings were being produced backside. Anyway, whatever. I won't continue to harp on it. Unfortunately, UpMagiC is going to see that layer, and still no third expansion, so July going for another sort of 2-hatch build. We saw him do this against Bisu and ended up being successful. I'm not sure it's going to be successful here. Factory going down for UpMagiC in the meantime, so maybe going for a mech build. We saw a mech build work very well. GG play versus Shutter. Maybe going just going to try to get science vessels out as quickly as possible so we can pump things from there.
Yeah, I have to say I'm not impressed with July. If you're going to go for a 2-hatchery build like this, if you're going to commit yourself to something like that, you've got to deny the scout. He had to have gotten a couple of Zerglings at least and blocked that SCV on the ramp, not let it get up, but he didn't. He had loads of time to get those Zerglings out, and now UpMagiC has actually got the 2 gas going. UpMagic's got the 2 gas going. He sent the SCV around, he got the scout, and he knows exactly what July is doing, and he's going to be in a comfortable position to be prepared for this. Once he's seen that, he should know exactly how long it's going to take for those moves to pop out, and he should be in a position to defend it. Interesting enough, he hasn't put down an engineering bay yet, so he might be relying wholly on the Alliance to defend this. He's actually putting a starport up, so that's an interesting strategy by UpMagiC. I'm not sure exactly why he's chosen to employ this strategy, but I haven't seen an engineering bay for him. He's choosing to now put a starport up. I haven't seen an armory for him either, so So he's putting dual factories on. He must have an army somewhere, maybe in his other base that we haven't seen. But he's not actually producing vultures. And July, Spire's still on up, still away from getting Mutalisks. He's actually now taking that third expansion just outside of his main, and a vulture popping up for UpMagiC. But July doesn't have much to actually defend against that vulture. That vulture probably just to ward off July so he can open the door. And July actually managed to sneak a couple of Zerglings through. July can do some damage to a couple of SCVs there. He might be able to hurt UpMagiC a little bit. If he can take on those SCVs building those buildings, he can slow him down a little bit. He's going to take on the SCV building the factory. He's seen the starport up as well. The question again remains about the armory, and we're going to look at UpMagic's National Expo to see whether he has an army up. He doesn't have an army up, so he's got 2 factories. He's got a starport. He's probably going to try and get science vessels, but the question is, if he doesn't have an armory up, he doesn't have an engineering bay up yet. So how does he expect to defend against these Mutalisks that he must know are coming with that fast, with the fast lair for July?
It's a good question. Yeah, again, I still don't see that armory out. Maybe he's just gonna produce a couple Wraith very quickly, but still not gonna have enough time. The Mutalisks are on the way, so JulyZerg now getting the engineering bay down. I guess just gonna rely. He's just gonna send those vultures out and rely that those vultures are gonna distract those Mutalisks for long enough. He's starting to build the turrets, but the Mutalisks already en route. So yeah, I guess just rely on these vultures to pull back those Mutalisks, which is very gutsy, I would say. And still only 2 turrets down, and this is a lot of Mutalisks from July. So July might actually be able to take this here. They will be up, but I just don't know if it's going to be enough. They're not going to be in bulk, as you can see, just barely getting up. Perfect timing by UpMagiC there. That was, wow, cutting it really razor thin there. And these Mutalisks now going to be, yeah, as you can see, going for the weak point where there's only 2 turrets up, right where their factories are in. But now he's going to have to pull them back, as you can see, because UpMagiC has those 2 has those 2 vultures running amok in July's spawn. those no more reinforcements coming on the Mutalisk side, and we'll see. But Mutalisks just wreaking havoc in UpMagic's main. More vultures being produced, trying to get that 3rd turret up. And it looks like he's actually going to end up losing that starport, which is going to hurt, because I think, yeah, a science vessel already on the way. We'll see if he can manage to save it here, but honestly, I don't think he's going to be able to. He's probably going to have to cancel it. Sniping that SCV that was trying to repair does manage to get a science vessel out, but wow. And more vultures coming in to harass July's main. So July's economy actually being fairly well hurt, and it doesn't look like he's producing anything at 3rd expansion. And those, again, mules being forced there, but and wow, in the secondary as well. This is not looking good for JulyZerg. Even though he had a really good harass there, he's getting just UpMagiC using the fact that his forces were away, and while they were away, the vultures would play. Losing that science facility in the meantime, having to lift up that factory, and lifting up that factory with holding glass underneath, he's going to be able to force this back. Lost the starboat. I still feel like he's done enough economic damage, but that's really just not going to affect him that much.
Yeah, July unfortunately going down. Looks like he's going to go out of this competition. Good play by UpMagiC. I have to say, he cut that turret really thin. That was exciting. Those Mutalisks streaming in, and had July's base been next to his base as opposed to all the way across the map, it might have been a different story. The Mutalisks would have arrived a little bit faster, and July would have also been. And now the irradiate going off, and really this is curtains for July. His last row of the dice is already gone and passed, and this is going to be GG pretty quickly here, I have to say. But I think July really very lackluster play. First of all, making the decision to go to stick with those Mutalisks after having had his strategy exposed. I suppose he was committed by that stage already, but he really should have denied that scout, and there's no excuse for him to not try and deny the scout. That scout didn't come early in the game; it came quite late in the day, and he had ample opportunity to deny it. He did not make the effort. He did not bother, and now he's paying the price for it. And those Goliaths are just going to clean up those Mutalisks like no tomorrow, and UpMagiC has more than enough Goliaths to cope with July's Mutalisks, and UpMagiC also having the economic advantage in the game now, so July in a huge amount of trouble. It's just a matter of when UpMagiC pushes out. He's committing Zerglings because he realizes that he's so far behind the game. He's just using everything with Zerglings. His economy tatters, and UpMagiC doing brilliantly in 2 respects. First of all, July looks like he's actually going to go in and commit himself here to try and break through. I don't think he's actually going to be able to do that. I don't think he has nearly enough Zerglings, and those Goliaths combined with the SCVs blocking the doorway to the Zerglings, combined with those turrets, are going to mop up July's forces. He's managed to actually take out a couple of the Goliaths. He's actually looks like he might take out both of the Goliaths, but he's lost all of his Mutalisks in the process. UpMagiC doing a good job of repairing that, and July's Zerglings die, and his attack peters out. Ultimately, UpMagiC having enough to hold his defense. So GG there. That was it. That was July. That was really July's last try, a desperate attempt, and it obviously not working out for him. And UpMagiC is just going to use that barracks to buy himself the time he needs. And even that barracks gets taken out, he's just going to plug that hole with SCVs as he did previously, and it's just not going to bother him at all. all. And July doesn't really have anything. July just realizing that even though the game is over, he's still fighting because this is him going out of the competition. But I have to say, two strokes of genius by UpMagiC. First of all, timing those turrets right. And the thing is, I don't know how much of genius there was in the timing of the turrets because he didn't see when the layer started. So I guess it would have been I suppose he would be able to calculate the time from seeing the Zerg player's base, from seeing July's build. He would have been able to calculate the time. He really calculated, so I guess I have to give him credit. He would have calculated to a T when those mutants arrived and got those turrets up. Just GG there, by the way, just in the right nick of time. And on top of that, putting in some solid play with those vultures. Those vultures were another stroke of genius. Getting them in July's base, seriously damaging July's economy, and considering the fact that he was already ahead from July's failed Mutalist Crash, making sure that July was not going to be able to come back in this game. So well played by UpMagiC. July, unfortunately, I think just didn't. UpMagiC played well, July didn't.
Yeah, basically that's what it comes down to. Those vultures. Really, I think that was a stroke of genius on UpMagic's part, sending them out, because either one, that would delay JulyZerg and he would be able to get that third turret up at that base position. As you can see where those two turrets are down, July able to wreak a lot of havoc there. But either he would have to engage with those mutalists that are coming across the field, or UpMagiC would be able to, and look, UpMagiC looking very happy there, or he'd be able to do some of that economic damage, which is really, it was win-win situation sending those vultures out. Maybe if there had been some Zerglings on the ground, but who knows. Anyway, UpMagiC advancing in the MSL.
Hey guys,
I'm not upset about that at all.
I hate to break it to you, but you had the colors wrong again. JulyZerg actually won.
Oh.
So JulyZerg, man, and we're bad. We didn't even see the players right. So this is
JulyZerg was the one that had the turrets and the Goliaths.
Damn.
Yeah, July pulled a savior here and decided to play the off race.
And you think we would have been up on that, you know, but whatever. Anyway,
okay, sorry to interrupt your conclusion there. I've been
okay.
Screwing everything up all day.
That's for sure. No, I'm just kidding. It hasn't been that bad. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Another English commentary. We enjoy producing them. Hope you guys enjoy listening to them. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, guys. This is JulyZerg and Diggity.